So now the player has reached what is going to be some offices, and this is actually the location of the keycard. Now, even if this room was full of equipment or tables, I would make sure I got the player to actually walk past or certainly notice the dead NPC you have at the ground. So if a player was to walk over here, again, I'd use the familiar E icon to show that, yeah, you can search the body. And now that the player does search the body, I've told them what they've picked up, which is shown in the inventory, and also I've highlighted to them that they've actually completely objective for picking up the security keycard. So again, they know that they're doing something right, and I've rewarded them with a little bit of informative feedback. And again, this is perfect time for some more dialogue. Again, to highlight to the player that, yeah, a little pat on the shoulder, but like basically from the protagonist saying, making progress. So a player knows that they can't go back that way because they're blocked off with all the debris that fell off from the roof. So the only way to go is down. I've actually added two scenarios really on how the player can go about this. They need to learn that they need to be aware of their surroundings, and the protagonist is vulnerable to falls or dangerous parts of the environment. So the first way I'll try is if a player just tries to jump down. Okay, so that actually triggered a cutscene which was showing a player falling. In addition, if you'd like, you could have also depleted the player's health there. But in this particular scenario, I think a player would probably feel a bit cheated if they lost a bit of health, as they might not have learned what actually to do in that particular part of the level. So I actually haven't depleted their energy, and again, a player may not entirely be sure about what to do, but hopefully they'll see that there's another barrel over there. Their curiosity might be, let's see if this is interactable, because currently you can't actually get through the door. But before we go over to this barrel, I would just like to highlight that, again, as a designer, I can't assume that the player would have gone for the security keycard immediately. They might have not even seen the dead NPC and headed straight down. In that respect, I have added some feedback over here to warn the player that they can head over to these. Additionally, I have warned them that they can interact with these also. So by pressing E, a little animation of them climbing up the wires will occur, and then they can go back and search the body. Now I've actually already got the key card, so there's just a little bit of debug info there saying you found nothing. Okay, so the player knows that if they go down that way, they're going to fall. If they investigated further, they will have seen that they could have actually gone down using a wire. So by pressing E, they would have had a little climb animation there. Okay, so now we'll head over to the barrel. And again, a player will get the familiar interact icon. So once I've pressed it, I've actually picked the barrel up. And again, a minimap would be present to again show the player that they should turn around. Once they do in fact turn around, they'll again see the highlighted location of where to place the barrel, and also the familiar icon to say that's the right location. So if we just head over there now, that'll actually cause a nice little cutscene of the barrel smashing through the window. And if a player remembers, they needed a security card to get through here. So now that they have got one, they can open the door. And that's actually used as a level design technique as well. As you've probably gathered, especially in this inside area, the level itself is quite linear. So I've tried to disguise the fact by adding a new way of getting through into an already familiar part of the level. So now a player has already been that way, so the only way to go now is down here. They should already be familiar with the control panel. They can see that it's red, meaning that this door's probably locked. But a player has already got the security keycard, so that will in fact open up the blast door. Now, I've covered myself again using a design technique that I cannot assume that the player would have originally gone and picked up that original barrel. They'll have certainly seen the cutscene of the roof falling, but they may have just wanted to kind of ignore what they were being told to do. If they'd actually done that, they would have got the objective message to try and find a security card at this point as well. So now we'll go through to this little security area, and again you can see a control panel. So let's see what happens now when you activate this. And this is actually going to be described in the next part of my blog. So I'd just like to say thanks for watching.